So I'm trying my best to just move around, not die. Tamarindo is basically done in. Not over for him yet though, obviously. He's still fighting, chasing me around. Hey, welcome back to another episode. I'm going to be tackling Act 3 in this episode, and the thing is, I'm going to be breaking it down into a few different sections. I'm going to be going through my initial run like I am doing right now, and then I'm just going to be going through some stuff I found, things that made me stronger, and then at the end I'm going to be showing you the results of everything once I make the proper changes. Get all my build ready. It's gonna be good. Either way, need to pick this blessing. Just starting off right now. Got my Canudos with me. They're taking out everything in sight. Let me see right here. Getting that violent assault. Now, if you haven't done it, I would appreciate that like, subscribe, and if you want to know when the newest videos are coming out, you can slap that notification bell too. That'll be cool. Just trying to see if there's anything worth finding around here. Going into this corner. And on my initial run here, I'm not really knowing what to expect. All the enemies are kind of brand new to me, especially those purple Canudos. Open that chest, got myself some trinkets and some gold. Had to take that guy out. He was just spewing projectiles everywhere. This is kind of making me back up a little bit. Took him out. Suffered a little bit of damage, but I got a bunch of stuff from it. Got to handle some more unknown corpse. Alright. Just passed by an escalator. Not sure if there's anything down there or not, but I need to take care of these enemies first. They're trying to take out Paige out right now. With the help of the Canudos. He's good. Looking around, I need to get a blessing of foundation. Found myself a portal too. Blessing of alacrity.
Murmúrio, cheiro de dor. Aqui só pode ser a morada do cão em pessoa.
All right, this is going to be officially the second floor. Let me get the spectral deluge. Need some of that epic blessing. Need to grab some of that. It was in the AoE. And the thing about those AoE circles is that you don't want to step in them, or else you're going to be risking losing some life. Sometimes it's worth it because you're not really losing a lot of life, but most of the time you just want to stay out of the way. We'll continue down here. Taking out some more zombies.
Eu sabia que não deveria ter confiado naquele escravo.
Alright, I don't know what that's about. Let me go ahead and take these guys out. Apparently that was some sort of slave owner. Just activating that shrine. Continuing on to take care of these enemies. As you're seeing, I'm just sticking with the quills for now. I'm finding I like the quills, actually. In terms of all the weapons and stuff like that, I mean, the repeater's alright. It's not really my style though. Opening this chest. Getting some gold from it. Going through this portal. This is going to be the third floor. Now, Act 3 is pretty different from the rest of the acts since it is taking place in the present. It's got the graffiti on the wall, all that stuff. Plus, we're in the subway. It would have been cool if they did this above ground too, like on the streets and stuff. That could be another act. Just saying. Great tool of enhancement, just pick some up. Which is a great reason to take out these enemies, especially when you think you don't have to. Frenzied, got some of that. Found myself another shrine. Shrine of Aptitude. Found another chest there. I just need to take care of these enemies first. I'm still favoring the quills as of now. Going into this corner, there's nothing hiding here. Now that I think about it, I think I missed that chest back there, but I'll just come back and get it in another run. As for this Blessing of Foundation, get that. Alright, this is going to be the fourth floor.
Seja muito bem-vindo ao meu sistema viário.
Até meu nome já sabe, assombração.
Homem de pouca malícia. Meu nome é Doutor Raimundo Nina Rodrigues. Eu estava ansioso por sua chegada.
This is the introduction of Dr. Nina Rodriguez. He's going to be the main villain in this game. And now, I'm not going to be actually showing my first battle with this boss since it's not really worth it. I mean, I get to this point, I'm not really doing a lot of damage since I haven't really upgraded anything. But I'm fighting, and it's not really working out for me. I ended up dying, had to come back here. Eventually, I did beat it down. Did take a bit of time, which is why I'm kind of skipping most of the battle in itself. Like I could show it. It's quite a few minutes of me running around trying to chase this thing down. I'm not really putting out a lot of damage and all that stuff. So personally, I skipped it. Round shot just got picked. Now another Blessing of Foundation. Just get that one. And then there's one more, which is kind of rare. Celestial Impact. That'll be the last blessing. Can't really go through that way, nor that way. Just looking around here. This is still pretty early on in my playthrough.
Não sou ninguém. Doutor sim sabe das coisas. Doutor só quer ajudar nós.
Alright, well, let's just go through the portal.
O formato do seu crânio, a posição dos seus dentes, a força bruta. Sinais comprovados de uma raça inferior.
This is going to be the 5th floor. As you can see, I kind of switched up weapons at this point. I'm using the spectral shotguns from what I'm calling them. Just lay them down and then they'll just do their thing, essentially. I mean, it is pretty useful. You can just lay them down and then start spinning all around the place like I just did right there. And that'll be the way I use them. Just activated the Shrine of Protection. Also, you're seeing that I switched out the dash for passage, which I feel is actually superior since it does leave a little AoE circle after you teleport. That does do damage too. It's not like it does nothing. Now for me, I constantly want to keep causing damage to every single thing in the area. So that's what I'm doing. Also, as you're seeing right now, I just activated one of these evil shrines that they have around right now that's going to be giving me some Constellation points. Now don't worry about terminology and all that stuff because I'm not saying it right. You know what I mean? I forgot the name of that shrine. It's something. It'll come to me. Once I beat all these guys down and defeat this thing, it'll reveal its name to me at that point. And then I'll know. Got a tool of enhancement. Made it into the next wave. Bombing on him. Well, I'm not really bombing on him. I'm zapping him to death. Look at him. They can't even handle the spin. Spinning more than a DJ right now. This is going to be the third and final wave to this evil shrine, from what I'm calling it right now. That's a temporary name. Oh, they're getting beat up now. AoE circles everywhere. I'm not walking in them. That's one thing I'm not doing. It's not like I'm just flailing away with my buttons and getting into all sorts of issues. Just had to teleport. Teleported again. Which the game kind of has issues following. It's probably my system. It's all good. This is going to be the end of everything. Once I take care of these guys, it's going to be done deals. Just teleporting in. Unfortunately, those guys didn't step into my AoE circle. Uncooperative enemies are never appreciated. Alright, this is new. Get a swap blessed gear. Did that. Shrine has been cleansed. Got myself a constellation point. Now I'm on my constellation map. I've been working on my little agility orbs, and I'm just going to continue with that. Now I'm back here in the 7th floor. Kind of skipped over a few floors, but it's fine. Didn't really find nothing special there. I'm on the 8th floor now.
Não te cansas de lutar por uma guerra que já não há. Embarque no trem das 7, Pajeú. Ainda há tempo de se juntar à minha pesquisa científica.
Who would voluntarily give themselves up to being some mad doctor's subject? I don't know. My God, go ahead and fight this doctor's lackey. As with the last fight, I'm not showing the entire battle since I'm extremely underpowered right now. I didn't really do too well neither. Just got beat up. Don't know how to handle this boss. Got killed off. Back in the 7th floor again. Just continuing where I left off. Using this whip now, which I'm alright with. It's not really the greatest weapon either. It attacks in the cone shape. It's alright. As far as an attack goes, it's not as good as the double knives, in my mind. Especially when the double knives are essentially attacking all around you at the same time. It's 360 compared to this cone-like attack weapon right here, from what I'm calling it, which is great for single enemy. Like if you're fighting a boss, then this is the thing you'll be using. But here's the issue. You're not fighting the boss most of the time. In order to get to the boss, you need to go through all these hordes of enemies, and if you're using this freaking whip, you're just gonna get beat up. I'm just gonna tell you right now. It's gonna happen just like that. You're gonna think it's not gonna happen. It might not happen if you have something else to actually negate all the hordes of enemies that are actually circling around you, but if you don't have that, then you're kind of gonna get messed up. Last enemy here. Moving on. Need to go down the escalator. More enemies are waiting for me. Big old horde here. Using my passage whenever I can. At this point, I'm starting to use it a lot more than I did in the beginning, since I'm starting to get a little bit more used to it. Gonna keep moving on from here. Now you're probably wondering why I'm just cutting from here to there, here to there, here to there. Now, the explanation behind that is that this video is basically a culmination of several days of gameplay. I can't fit all of that into a video. I'm sorry. Now let me go ahead and pick one of these blessings. Sharp slap. I think it's going to be helping out. There's that chest there that I missed last time. Am I going to be getting it this time? I personally can't even remember. Hold on. This big guy is just staying alive forever. Tormented of Doom. I think that's the thing's name. Gotta take it out. Alright, here's another cursed shrine. Finally know the name of it now. It's not going to be known as the evil shrine no more. Now I just need to start off with first wave, make a throw, and I'll just go on from there. Alright, finally got done with the first wave. This one's a little bit harder to figure out. The whip is doing this thing. It's just taking a little bit more work. Alright, took that thing out. That is one thing that the whip has going for it, is that it does have more damage output than the double swords. It's just that it has less range. That's the biggest issue. This is going to be the final wave. That's it. Got myself another Constellation point. Went back to fighting the Doctor's lackey. Starting to get used to my new weapons. These are all Act 3 weapons, by the way. Chose to switch to these since it was seeming like the right thing to do. I'm going at this completely blind, so it is what it is. It's almost over for this thing. Doctor's lackey is about to get got. The Canudos are actually finishing them off without me even touching them. That's why I think they're the best summons, from what I'm calling them. There's another summon too.
O melhor que fazes é desistir, sertanejo. Pelo menos te poupas do ridículo.
We're gonna be getting them sooner or later. Let me get this blessing. Molten Relic. Seems kind of strong. Now for one of these blessings. Ruinous Shift. I do like damage blessings. I prioritize them over the other ones, primarily since that's what I'm aiming to do.
Deus não fez todos iguais. Meu miolo é menor e nasci pra sofrer.
What the hell happened to her? She's hella depressed.
Padre Abade?
Desista, Pajeú. Eu já desisti. Canudenses, soldados, vaqueiros, cozinheiras, ébrios, escravizados, trabalhadores, errantes. Não vês? O doutor tem razão. Nossa sina é servir e sofrer.
O que este diabo fez com você, pelo amor de Deus?
Deus? Não tem Deus aqui não. Só o trem, pontualmente às 7.
Pois pode ir se preparando que eu vou te arrancar daqui. Mas antes, vou fazer essa desgraça de trem parar.
Alright, I'm wondering what Dr. Nina did to all these spirits, especially Chow. Why is he here? He was seeming normal the last time. Now he's all depressed. He's saying he's meant to suffer and all that stuff. Either way, it seems like it's going to be another gauntlet. Gotta fight for survival. But this time, I have 6 waves I have to deal with. This is gonna be the first one. This defiler of terror is staying alive for pretty long. Like I said in the last episode, they be having some savage names in this game.
Só tu mesmo pra me devolver a vontade de lutar, compadre.
I better tell him, Page out. Took that thing out. Made it all the way to the 11th floor. Now, in my first run, I'm not really doing all that great because I don't really have a lot of killing power on me. So, I got to this point. Last few seconds, the thing isn't dying. I can't really get near it because of its AoE circle. As you can see, my life just instantly just started decreasing out of nowhere. Now that I'm back here, I'm seeing that there's brand new tier 6 weapons and gear. Gonna be getting all that. Have to go and redraw. Got some boats. The weapon does seem slightly stronger. Feels alright. Either way, I made it back here to the 11th floor. Finally have enough killing power on me to do something up here. Slightly stronger than the last time. At least I'm strong enough to take that thing out. Now it's time for me to get a blessing. Frenzy Dance. That's what I'm going to be getting. Alright. Going to be going getting another one of these chests open, which is going to be giving me a whole bunch of gold coins. Got some more gold coins. Now it's time for a Blessing of Foundation. Blessing of Spirit 1. Got a little bit of gold back. This is going to be the 12th floor.
Canudos. Loucura epidêmica. Histeria coletiva.
I need to stop talking to all these spirits. They're hella depressing.
Que aberração é essa? Ah, você deve ser o maquinista desse trem.
This thing is the conductor? What type of train is this? Either way, we're going to be fighting the machinist. Now, I don't know what to expect here my first time. I had to avoid that. These little machines are freaking shooting me. Now it's starting to shoot projectiles, which has taken off a fair amount of life. All these AoE circles, which are kind of easy to avoid, as long as you stay out of the way. Now, I don't know what this is. It's some sort of poison gas. I don't know where to stand. The entire place is just filled up with AoE circles. I'm getting got a bit. I mean, I had to heal there. Now I have 0 elixirs on me, which is going to be bad for me since I can't get more life. And it keeps blasting me, and I keep taking damage like this. This fight ain't gonna last too long. And there it is. As I said, I got killed, and then I came back here and I started figuring out that I could upgrade my relics. So I started doing that. Next thing that I did was I started switching stuff out again. Went back to the Veil of Quill since it's what's worked for me for the majority of the game, and I like using it. It only has 70% base damage, but is better than nothing. Now, I'm back here at the machinist with my brand new set of skills. I also re-included the bell too, since I do like the damage output of it. And I took this guy down. You're going to be seeing the full fight a little bit later on. I'm just going to continue from here.
Já vi que esse cão não vai parar. Preciso dar jeito na marra.
All right, now what's that?
Vocês estão livres, minha gente padecida. Filho do cabrunco, agora sou eu e tu. Esse trem vai fazer uma última viagem. Destino final.
That was contents right there. Pajao had to take out a spirit. Now we're on the 13th floor. Need to get myself another one of these blessings.
Nada de progresso.
Todo canadense sabe que progresso é não passar fome. Onde está Conselheiro?
Ora, por que não vens buscá-lo?
I'm liking the design of the floors right here. Especially for Act 3. There's a lot of variation going on where they did go from the subway. Now we're in some sort of doctor's clinic or something like that that's been abandoned for a while. It also seems like it's a place for some sort of mad scientist or something like that. So maybe it's a blend of both. A mad scientific doctor is what we have here. Now I gotta take care of these things again, which are making their reappearance. We were in Act 2. Actually, they're in Act 1, my bad. Found myself another one of these cursed shrines. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it, but I'm gonna try. These cursed shrines are actually important to find anyways, especially when you want Constellation points, which are going to be making you stronger than anything else. I ended up dying there. I couldn't complete that shrine. Back here on the 13th floor. Trying to actually get some redemption going on. I want to complete that cursed shrine. At the same time, I want to see what else is here. So I'm going to the corner. Have to take care of these enemies first. They ain't dead yet, but I need to get me one of these blessings. Efficient reverberation. That's what I just got. Open up chest. Got myself a little item along with gold coins. Keeps telling me I don't have enough mana. And I don't care. Just gonna keep blasting this thing. It's not dying. Possess wandering assistant. Finally got took out. Got myself a small relic of life. Now I'm back here, and for some reason, the cursed shrine isn't here anymore. What it's replaced by is some sort of legendary chest or something like that. I'm assuming, since it looks like it's glowing. Just gotta take care of these crawling zombies now. Open up that chest. Get what's inside of it. These things are almost done in. Getting pretty close right now. Alright, that'll be it. Well, just about. Had one more of those zombies. Found myself a shrine of speed. That's what's up. Now I'm moving. Feeling kind of like the Flash in a way, but I'm not. Alright, that's about it, almost. Dropping some bells on them. And I found me another one of these things. Don't know the name of it. Not really caring. All I need is for this thing to die. That's my primary goal. And I accomplished it. Alright, found myself another one of these cursed shrines. Trying to see if I can take this one out at least. I missed the last one. Don't know what happened there. Why isn't it there when I return? It's one of those questions that will remain a question that will go unanswered. Ended up dying here. Now I came back since I wasn't satisfied. This cursed shrine reappeared. So I'm going to be handling it this time. Big difference is that I'm going to be taking out the enemy that are already here before I start this thing. That was what messed me up the last time. I'm not letting it happen this time. Tormented of perdition refuses to die. The insatiable greed has been fulfilled? I don't know. Either way, I started off the cursed shrine. This is going to be the first wave. I accepted the boons that I needed to accept, which is why my teleport from passes right now is having much larger AoE circles. They're basically covering the entire area. One big reason why I'm using it, more AoE damage. Big fan of AoE. Need more of it. You can say that about mobile games, console games, I don't care. I'm an AoE type of a guy. There it is. This is going to be the second wave. Going to continue on from here. Things are looking kind of hectic right now. It's a little bit hard to see, but yet things are making sense. There's a method to the madness. I'm going around trying to take care of them in a group. If I find them in a group, then I'm going to be teleporting there and leaving an AoE circle. Coming back to that, attacking them even more, which is going to be making that into a slight combo, and then dropping a bell on them. That takes out a fair amount of enemies. You know what I mean? You keep continuing that over and over again, everything's going to die. Now, I had to explain that since it is kind of hard to follow things, especially when there's AoE circles everywhere, projectiles being thrown from enemies, me just zipping everywhere. Alright, getting pretty close to the end of the second wave. These worms have quite a bit of life, and they're like damage sponges. They just don't go down easy. It doesn't matter if you circle around them with your canudos, start blasting them, hit them with your double blades. It's whatever. I eventually managed to take them all down. Now all I have is this dragon-like creature. It took quite a bit of work, but that thing got. Let me get my blessing. Now my Veil of Quills is level 7. Feeling pretty happy about that. This is going to be the final wave. Just gotta make it through this. I still have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. So it's not like I'm short for time, but I kinda am. Because once I get done with this, I'm not really gonna have enough time for anything else. Which is exactly how you should be playing this. Like, if you were to try to do this all in one shot, you're going to be missing a whole lot of stuff, especially with the time and everything that's ticking down. It's going to make you want to move faster, and you're going to kind of mess up. But if you take things a little bit slower and you know you're going to die, You just gotta go to these shrines, focus on that, get it done, get your constellation point, restart your run, and you'll be good to go. That's how you're supposed to do it. I had to learn the hard way, but you know, still have 2 minutes and 6 seconds left on the clock. Boom, another enemy goes down. One more left. It's always this freaking dragon. I don't know what's his problem. It just needs to go. I'm trying to get this freaking constellation point. Glad I upgraded stuff. I also did some other changes too. You're going to be seeing what that's all about a little bit later on. Not really trying to reveal everything all at once. Alright, that'll be it. 1 minute and 23 seconds, got my constellation point. Ended up dying after that. Now I'm on the 14th floor. Just trying to show you what I'm seeing right here. Because on my final run, it's not going to be looking like this, trust me. I'm going to be moving a lot faster. And things are going to be dying and all that stuff like that. You'll see what I'm talking about. As for now, this is the process. So it's kind of like a vlog in a way, but yet it's still game. So can I call that a vlog? Maybe I call that a glog. Nah, it sounds hella weird. Moving on from that. Got this wandering assistant that's around. AoE circle. Not really trying to be close to it. Let me get one of these blessings. Ruinous. Just got picked. Moving back a little bit. Not trying to be in that AoE circle. As you can see, I lost this whole ton of life. Aw, damn. Found myself another one of these cursed shrines. When we started. One of my main purposes of showing this stuff. I want to get through the cursed shrines. Every single one of them. Just in case anyone misses them or doesn't know where they're at. Maybe they'll think it's somewhere in the beginning. Nah, you're going to be having to go through some ordeals before you get here. And even this place is pretty tough. Let me open this chest. Get what's in here in case I forget or whatever. I do be missing some chests sometimes. Like I see them, I start fighting some enemies, my mind starts going all over the place and stuff like that, and I just forget about it. Either way, you gotta take care of these freaking worms. They're not dying. Don't know why. They need to. Try and get that constellation point. Dropping bells on everything. I'm pretty indiscriminate with my bell dropping. It has to be done, or else they'll stay alive forever. Look at that. Just grouping them up. Perfect time. Now I'm bombing on it. With bells. That'll be it. Shrine got cleansed. Constellation point got added. Now I'm on the 16th floor.
Laboratório é uma nova peça para o quebra-cabeça racial. O seu será o próximo.
I guess that's his thing. He just comes in, drops a message, pops out. This is going to be Gauntlet. Just have to take care of 3 of them, and then I'm going to be facing off against a mini boss. Not going to be telling you about the mini boss yet, because this mini boss is kind of special. As you're seeing, I'm having way more AoE powers. I even have myself a poison AoE now too. Green circles of death. Alright, let me get this blessing. Soul Shatter. And my old bell is now level 5. Gonna be using that bell. It's dropping on all these enemies soon. Things are looking hella busy right now. Seeing the electricity just shoot out everywhere. And here's the freaking mini boss. I consider this the hardest mini boss in the freaking game. This is going to be the Doctor's Hand. He has a lot of AoE circles. He does incredible amount of damage. You could get one-shotted by this guy. Doesn't matter how strong you are, he's gonna get you. That's all you need to know. He has a lot of life bar. Gonna have to beat him up quite a bit. Increase your damage output. As you can see right there, I got taken out. My Death Defiance saved me. Have 4 elixirs on me. That's not going to be enough since this is my first time fighting this thing. And if it's your first time, it's going to be an issue. Look at that. Just smacked Paige out on his dome piece and he got knocked out. Now I'm at the Constellation map. Calpe is something that I haven't worked on yet. Is going to finish that constellation at least, which is going to be unlocking more constellations. I don't know why I unlocked that one. I'm working on everything that's green right now. Oxum just got unlocked. And Osane. It's going to be kind of hard to work on these since I really haven't found too many constellation points. Either way, I'm back in the 13th floor, and for some reason, this thing got finished off, even though the other times that I attempted this cursed shrine, I didn't get through it. So I don't know why that thing is showing up as being finished off. Either way, I'm back here in the 16th floor. I'm fighting the Doctor's Hand again. I'm trying to finish this thing off, and I found myself a new strategy, which is running around in a circle and chipping this thing to death. You might say, that's a terrible strategy. Well, I'm not dead yet, and this thing's almost dead, so it seems to be working. I'm avoiding his AoE circles. I'm using the Canudos to do some damage from a distance whenever I can. I'm not trying to stay too close to this thing because whenever I fight this thing head on, I end up dying. Like, it doesn't even matter. It just shoots out some sort of AoE circle. Hold on. Is it dead? I don't even know when I beat it. It's dead. Got taken out. So I'm happy. Pretty satisfied about that, even though, well, I'm not really, I take that back. I'm not really all that satisfied since I wanted to know when I was going to beat it. I'm looking around here. I don't see nothing else to pick up. But I do see a portal. And I'm going through it. Now I'm at the Reliquary. I actually discovered some stuff, especially with this imbued tool of discipline. And I picked up a lot of these fragments while I was playing. I just didn't know what to do with it. Now, this is the time where I started messing with this stuff. It does imbue a relic with an implicit discipline ethics, which I'm not really sure if that does anything else besides that. This tool of tinkering replaces a relic's affix. And imbued tool of fury. Let me go around and actually use this stuff. Energy box. Let me do something else here. Mark of the Vulture just got hit with one of those fragments. Peace and Quiet. I think I'm going to be using a red fragment for that one, since it does do fire damage. Bloody Thorn. I don't think I'm doing anything about that one. Tempest. I think I need blue fragment for that one. Let me see here. Tool of Enhancement. Create a Tool of Enhancement. Upgrades a Magic Relic. Didn't really use that one at all. Either way, I'm back here. Look how crazy this place is. Hella enemies. Try and make it through. Need to take out this cannon. Way too many AoE circles around everywhere. Picking that Soul Shatter. Another one of these cannons are hiding here in the corner, where they usually like hiding, since when the groups of hordes of enemies are on you, they're just shooting everything at you at the same time. You gotta take them out. Can't let them do that. Gotta go against the program. Opening it up, getting some gold. Now I'm over here. Hella more enemies. Things are just crazy looking. Kind of glitching out because of all the stuff that's happening on screen. I don't care. I'm still seeing Paige out. He's alright. You know, he's just losing a little bit of life. Just had to heal because of this freaking thing's AoE circle. I'm trying to take out the main enemy in this area. Took him out. Don't have to worry about that freaking AoE circle no more, which was hella annoying. But I have my own AoE circles, and they're savage. Even more savage than theirs. Or at least I think so. Let me take out some more enemies. Things are looking drastic. All sorts of dragons zipping around everywhere. Bells just took them out. I don't even care. On to the next floor. Let me get one of these Blessing of the Future. Cursed King. This is going to be the 20th floor, furthest I've ever gotten. And look what I found here. One of these cursed shrines. Starting it off with the first wave. Have 2 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. Not sure if I can complete everything. But if I can, I'm going to be coming back here and bombing on everything until I do. That's the plan. Or unless it happens like the last shrine, and for some reason it just gets completed somehow. At least I get credit, right? That's what I'm glad about. If I didn't get credit, then I'll be kind of pissed off. I'm like, what's up with the Constellation point now? Why can't I get it? How can I find that hidden shrine? These AoE circles are doing a lot more damage than they used to. I'm guaranteeing these enemies right now. Look at this. Look at my poison AoE circle. Just melting these things like butter on a sunny day. Oh, they're being crushed to death with these bells. Merciless? Merciless. Ah, crap. What's up with these freaking worms? Why don't they just die? Alright, I'm going at this dragon now. Try to zip around the place. Think it's special. This ain't them all. Needs to stop somehow. Just continuously zips away. That's what it's going to be doing. That's his job. Knows no other purpose in life. That's all it does. It was born for this. Didn't even realize it. Alright, this is going to be the final wave. Need to make it happen. Have 1 minute and 13 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot of time, but I'm almost there. And I have something called positivity. Gonna be believing in myself. It's gonna happen, right? I'm hoping. Alright, my confidence is starting to decrease. Doubt is raising its ugly head. And it's really ugly. Like hell ugly. Almost there. Last 30 seconds. What the hell? I'm blasting this thing with everything I got. And it's not dying. It finally happened. Satisfaction has been gained. And I got myself another constellation point. Feeling good about things. Last few seconds. Didn't make it. Now I'm back here. Had to open up that chest. Opening up another chest. Just moving throughout the horde right now. Not trying to get God. Need to see what's next. And this is going to be the 21st floor.
Me queria no teu covil, verme maldito. Pois bem, aqui estou. Onde diabos está o conselheiro?
O conselheiro está aí, bem na sua frente. Não sente o cheiro? Chegue mais perto.
Meu mestre conselheiro? O que este demônio fez?
Eu apenas honro meu dever com a verdade.
Look what they did to the counselor.
Aberração. Fanático religioso que se aproveitou de exército de miseráveis e famintos.
This guy's a psychopath.
Uma epidêmica, delírio. E graças a mim, o mundo conhecerá a sua verdadeira forma.
I gotta deal with this Nina's monster. What the hell was that? Holy crap. That was a huge blast right there. Just moving to the side of it, avoiding that giant blast. I didn't get hit yet directly, which is a good thing since I'm pretty sure that one-shot me. Blasting them with quills. Not really trying to get close to this thing. Except now. Had to. It was just too much of an opening.
Vocês sacrificaram suas vidas por promessas vazias e superstições de lunático.
This backing me and Paige Al up into a corner.
Aproveitaram sua ignorância e miséria e persistiram cavando a própria cova.
Alright, really trying to let this happen. Hold on. Blasting it from afar. Trying to stay safe with it. Avoid another big blast. Getting close. Getting away when it starts doing that swipe attack. So far, from what I'm seeing, this boss really isn't too bad. Avoided all those AoE circles. Well, the blast got me there, which took off half of my life bar. But I still got confidence on my side for now.
Canudos era retrocesso primitivo que precisava ser extirpado.
Hitting with the double blades. Completely stuck in the corner now. Try to work with things from here. Teleport from one side to the next. Holy crap. Barely avoided that bite move too. That thing was kind of close with it. Look at that right there. Surprisingly enough, that swipe attack isn't doing as much damage as it could. Especially seeing that I'm in the corner right now and I can't move anywhere. Winning his bite attack still. Spinning away like my life depends on it. I'm spinning so much right now, you can see freaking sweat bounce off Page Owl's head. This man's tired. Oh, crap. Got blasted by that one. Death Defying saved me. This bite attack's starting to hit me now. Trying to stay out of his AoE circles. It's not really working out too well. Starting to lose even more life now. Thought Atlas in the bag. But then I was big-headed. Because this is my first time facing this Nina's monster. I shouldn't have expected to beat this thing my first time. But then I'm still not looking too bad. Took off about 25% of his life bar. Still tagging it. Got hit a little bit there with the swipe attack. Not too bad though. At least those AoE circles are fairly easy to avoid most of the time. Just dodge his bite attack. And then I got taken out.
Conselheiro, por Deus, o que fizeram?
Looks like a whole bunch of changes happened after we faced off against Nina's monster.
O que está acontecendo?
Libertaste essas almas sofridas, Pageu. Elas vieram te agradecer.
E te desejar força, compadre. Faça o que precisa ser feito. Deus está do seu lado.
Abade, graças a Deus. Mas eu não posso ir em frente. Nosso bom conselheiro foi...
Aquela besta não é nosso mestre. Sabes o motivo do teu relógio te trazer de volta para Jeú? É uma chance de reescrever a história pelas mãos do povo. Voltar e voltar até que a nossa versão seja contada. Canudos é o passado e também o touro.
Só falta uma página a ser escrita, meu irmão.
Well, Zhao's back after all this time. Let's go ahead and see what he's been up to, especially since he's been hella depressed the last time. He's not really saying nothing. Moving on from there. I'm on the Great Bell right now. Trying to show you my build, what I worked on to actually get me to the point where I'm beating the game. Hell Clock Timer plus 120 seconds is something that I prioritize since I need more time on the clock so I don't feel like it's crunch or whatever. Hell Clock Timer plus 30 seconds. This includes an additional 120 seconds. That's going to give you a little bit more time to play around. Base life got maxed out. Need to be a little bit more durable. Potion healing amount gives you more elixirs. That's something good to have. Red portal frequency is something that I focused on next. This is going to be giving you a chance to actually skip floors. I mentioned that the last time. This led me to red portal frequency, which is going to be increasing the spawning to 30%. Red portal intensity lets me skip 2 floors instead of 1. Then I start working on these little points right here. Relic drop chance, stuff like that. Starting blessings. This gives me an extra blessing at the beginning of my run, but base damage is what I was aiming for. This gives me base damage plus 300 points. Reliquary size upgrade lets me have more stuff in my Reliquary. And maximum skill level, which is going to be letting you level up your skills that you're using during a run. Hella important. Arcane Convention. Now let me show you just what that does. Here's my Veil of Quills on level 3. But here it is on level 1. 70% damage. Level 2 is 90%. Level 3 is 110% base damage. That's huge. Summon the Guard. 13% base damage on the first level, up to 23% on level 3. Old Bell, 574%, but that's because of the relics that I included too. You see what I'm saying? It shows you what it's been affected by. Level 2, 717%. Level 3, 861% damage. Doubled Knives at level 3 is 153% damage. Level 1, 108% base damage. That's pretty good in itself. 131% for level 2. Now for Passage. This thing does hella damage. As you can see right there, let's start off with level 1, level 2, level 3, 876% base damage. It's good to have. Now let me go ahead and go through my relics to show you what I have on me, since all this stuff affects my skills. Scout's Medal, which is enhancing my Double Knives. Double Knives doesn't slow me down anymore. Bloody Thorn, which adds 38% base chance to apply bleed or physical critical hits. Energy Box, which leaves a plague damage area when it ends. And that's going to be making, instead of 1 AoE circle, now you have 2 AoE circles, which is going to be explaining the green AoE circle when I was playing. This does an increased damage of 338% also, so that's something worth having. Peace and Quiet, Cast and Passage gives you 9% of your max conviction if there's any enemy near you. That doesn't seem like much, but it's something. Also, it has 116 bonus points to fire damage, 69% plague damage. Since I am focusing on plague damage, that's something that I'm kind of, want to have the most of. Tempest, which is going to be enhancing my Double Knives, is going to give it lightning damage. Also, it's going to increase the damage to 31% of your movement speed. And since I don't get slowed down by my Double Knives, that's just going to increase the damage that much more. Also, it's going to be giving me 44% summon damage. Go through some of this stuff. Tool enhancement. I'm not really wanting to use that right now. Banner of Faith is another relic that is enhancing my Double Knives. It has 6.25% life leech. So if you're in danger, you don't have a lot of life on you, just spin on them and you'll get your life back. Also, it increases your lightning damage. You remember that relic that does lightning damage? That's just doubling up on that. Mark of the Vulture, Veil of Quills, hits inflict a stack of Vulture's Mark. When it explodes, it deals 611% plague damage in an area. As you're seeing right now, I mainly focus on high damage on my build. And also plague. Now with these smaller relics, they're just kind of enhancing small things like Powder Bag right here. Marksman skills, deal extra damage. Alright, looked at this one. Hold on. The physical damage to ignited enemies trigger a fire explosion, so that's taken note of. Colossal small relic of plague protection. Old Bell deals plus 43% damage. Colonel's insignia. Resilient small relic of memories. Spell hits grant a stack of resilience. Each stack grants 0.75%. Siege Breaker, small relic. So those are all the relics that I've used. Now I'm going to be starting off on the first floor again. And I'm just going to be showing you what everything looks like now. All the enemies are getting melted. Damage Gale. I'm seeing the red portal. I'm not going to be wasting time since the clock is ticking. you don't want to go through every single floor all casually and stuff. I'm on the 5th floor right now, taking another one of these portals, and I'm going to be fighting the Doctor's Lackey right now. Made it to 8th floor. This guy is going to get destroyed. I'm just going to spin around him. He doesn't really have a lot of damage, a lot of moves that actually worry me. Like when he teleports, he does do a little slam to the ground that creates an AoE circle in a forward type of a way. Besides that, he has a direct shot that does a fair amount of damage, and then he starts shooting around AoE circles. I'm not really caring about none of that stuff, since I'm going to teleport when he teleports, and I'm just going to follow him around. Spin on him, activate my Canudos, slam my bell on his head, and he's almost down already. That's it. Finish him off. It's not really that bad, especially when you're powered up like this. Gunning Celestial Impact. Power up Gale. Going through the portal. I'm on the 9th floor. Gonna start handling things from here. Dropping bells on everything I run into, especially the ones with a lot of life. I want to take those things out first. Strategically, that's just what makes sense to me. Look at my poison AoE circles. They're beautiful. Thing to behold. This is going to be the 2nd wave. This wave really isn't too bad. There is like one major enemy in here that you want to take care of. Melted his life bar. Got taken out. Let me get Celestial Impact. While I do have a lot of relics and stuff like that that power up my Canudos, I still don't mind extra damage output. Rebounding small relic of wealth. Picking that up. Going through the portal. This is going to be the 10th floor. See why I skipped all that stuff the last time? It just wouldn't make sense, especially while I'm showing my real run right here. But I needed to get that other stuff out of the way. Just so you know what went down, how I got this strong, what to focus on, which would be Constellation points. It all makes sense in there. Now I'm just going to continue on with these things. Just take them out. Tormented of Terror. Passenger. Just got killed off. Phantom Frenzy got picked. Going through here. Let's go through the portal. This is going to be the 11th floor. Start taking these things out. None of the enemies are going to be lasting too long, especially when I'm super powered up like this. Like, you want to get your skills up to level 3 and higher if you can. Alright, this should be the end of the 6th wave. Boom, done in. Opening up all these chests while breaking all this stuff. It has extra gold and stuff, as you can see. Warding Grand Relic of Health. Anti-magic. That might be something I need. Alright, let's take care of this machinist. Starts off with its poison AoE attack. It's not really too hard to avoid this stuff, especially when you're standing at the edge like this, but you have to be careful though, since there are still AoE circles that can get you there. So you're gonna have to watch to see how close that AoE circle is to you, or else it's gonna do a ton of damage. I'm just shooting at it right now. taking care of its little clones, because they do shoot out a lot of projectiles and it can drain your life pretty fast. As far as this AoE circle stuff, it's really not too hard to avoid, especially when you can see when it's coming. You have like a slight millisecond to move. Like I caught a little bit of damage there, but I didn't really get got like I would have if I was just stand right there and take a direct hit. Moving side to side while spinning. This gives me my life back, and it does a lot more damage. I'm also constantly activating my Canudos too. They have a rage state that you want to take advantage of. Alright, poison AoE circles. Now those things are starting to shoot me while that's happening. You want the Canudos to take care of those for you. So if it's time to actually put them in rage, then you probably want to do that. Moving those. Moving around still. The machinist is almost down now. Just continuously shooting quills at it. It's another reason why I have quills, especially for those little clones that it creates and all that stuff. You can just stand there and just press the fire button and it'll take care of everything for you. Just makes things easier. That's it. Alright, let's go ahead and get some blessings. Future weapon. Don't have that. Ticket. Although, Phantom Marksman, shot bounce 4 times. Ancestral Memory. I'm just gonna pick Ticket since I am kind of liking my passes right now. It's one of those skills that I gotta have on me. Like in the beginning, I would have liked to have used dash, but then dash isn't really all that useful compared to passage. Relentless Collapse, just pick that up. Gotta take care of this thing here before it starts creating even more zombies, which would be an issue. I mean, even though everything is powered up, it still does take a little bit of time to take these things out. And some things here, I'm gonna tell you right now, but it's better to avoid them. Kind of like those worms. They're like damage sponges. You don't want to sit there and focus on those things. The time will be ticking down, and then you'll never get to the boss. That's the issue. That's what they're trying to prevent you from doing. It's going to increase difficulty, so kind of bypassing that by not fighting everything in sight. Got to the first portal. Getting my blessing of lethality. Taking care of these enemies here. And I'm off. Still got 9 minutes and 53 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be the 14th floor. You're going to be seeing things melt. Handling it. Wish I got more Constellation points, but I don't know where they're hiding. Like, if they were hiding somewhere else, I wouldn't be able to find them. I did do a few extra runs when I was trying to figure things out. I went through Act 1 again and Act 2 again, and I didn't see a singular cursed shrine anywhere. Alright, I'm in this area right now. Need to take these things out. The power. Alright. Blessing of Foundation. On to the 15th floor. The thing about these floors is that you can't really skip them. All you could do is just move through them a little bit more quickly, which is what I'm doing. Got into this area. Gonna take out this giant horde of enemies just for the hell of it. Bells getting dropped on everything. Need to get this peace and quiet. That's going to be enhancing my relic, which is going to be making my passages a whole lot stronger. Alright, took out those enemies, going through this, not messing with them since that's going to be taking some time. Found my portal. Now I have time for these things. Whatever followed me into this corner is going to be done. On to the next floor. This is going to be the 16th floor. Gotta get through this entire gauntlet. Good thing it's only 3 waves. And it's not really too hard. Just spinning around, doing my AoE circles, placing them everywhere with passage, and I got the first wave taken down. This is going to be the second wave. Same thing's going to be happening to everything. I'm just going to lead all the enemies into my poison AoE circle like you're seeing right there. Spinning around and dropping bells on them until they all die. Just hella simple. It works. You know, this is almost the time for the doctor's hand to show up. There it is. Now, the thing I learned about the doctor's hand is that you have to actually mix in both aggressive and defensive strategies to survive this thing because of the damage output. Regardless of how much damage I'm doing or how much life I added on to me, this doctor's hand can take you out with a singular attack. Especially when you're standing in an AoE circle, it hits you on your head or something like that, you're freaking dead. You know what I mean? You get too close to this thing, you're not seeing one of those little projectiles hit you. Boom, that's 50% of your life. So you definitely don't want to stand around this thing spinning forever and stuff like that, because that's just now how it works. Unless you have everything all powered up and you're essentially untouchable already, and then you can do that while showing off. I guess you can do that. But I'm not showing off like that. I'm showing you how to beat the game. And I'm also showing you how I did this blindly. So it's just a different thing. Still running around, not trying to get killed off. That's one complaint that I have about this game, is that in Act 3, essentially all the bosses, including some of the mini bosses, can one-shot you unless you have your character powered up. Like if you have a lot of base life and you have a lot of other things going on, like resistance to fire, electricity, poison, and all that stuff like that, then you're gonna be alright. But you know how long that takes to get there? Like you're gonna be playing 20, 30 hours. I'm not even lying. You're gonna be doing run after run, grinding to get each and every single one of those points for your great build. That's the problem with this game. It's too much of a grind sometimes. Now, if they did include other areas in the game, different scenarios, make things a little bit more interesting, kind of like Hades or something like that, then I could see the reason why one would go in there, grind it out, get every single one of those points. But when you're trying to do that normally, it gets tiring. Getting back to the boss fight, this doctor's hand is at 50%. I'm taking this super slowly. Like I'm telling you, you don't want to actually go too quickly with this boss fight. You could try and see what happens, and I can guarantee you you're going to be dying a pretty horrible death pretty quickly. Got close right there, just activated my passage, which left an electric AoE circle, barely stepped into that AoE circle, and I got damaged by it. Now, when I had things less upgraded, when I stepped into those AoE circles, my life used to just go down hella fast. Which is another reason why you would want to grind in this game if you want to beat it. Not using any of the potions right now because I don't really need it. Like, I did lose a little bit of life, but since I do have that relic, I'll just spit for my life back. Alright, well, I got hit by the AoE circle, lost 20% of my life bar. It's just one tiny little mistake, too, just to show you what happened. Just a tiny little mistake. Look at that. One-shotted. I was good the entire time, didn't even get hit. Boom, one shot. In my life, went to nothing. Death Defiance had to save me. Took it down, though. Used one life elixir, but I still have 5 left. This is going to be the 17th floor. Going to be moving a little bit quickly here since I want to get to the end. I want to fight Nina's monster, take it out. I feel like that's less of a challenge than going through every single one of these floors, taking out all these super tanky enemies and stuff like that. Found the portal, led this entire horde in this area, and all I have to do is just take it all out now. Not gonna be that bad. Watch. Watch all this stuff disappear right before your eyes. It's almost like a magic trick. I'm hella powerful now with this guy right now. You can't tell. They're all done. That entire horde. Let me go through the portal with ultra powerful page out. Just opened another chest. Page out, just zapping everything to death. I'm not bothering with those worms anymore. I learned my lesson with those worms, and every single time that I would waste my time and fight one of those things, I would never complete my run. Alright, I found myself a portal. Just have 6 minutes and 59 seconds left, so I'm doing alright. Led a whole bunch of enemies into this area, and I have enough time to play. So I'm gonna play and show you how long it takes to take care of these freaking worms, even when you're powered up like this. It's taking so freaking long. They don't die. I'm even contemplating on just leaving this fight. I'm gonna do that. 19th floor. It was gonna take even more time to complete that battle with those worms than it was worth it. I would have never gotten to the 21st floor if I was just fighting worms the entire time. Activate another shrine. This horde right here seems a little fun. Found myself a portal. A lot of things going on the screen right now. I'm basically repeating the same strategy as I did the last time. Just gathering everything in a circle and start dropping bells. That's what was happening there. While spinning. Got myself another blessing. 20th floor. Almost there. Activated another shrine. Moving a little quickly like usual. Even though I'm moving kind of quickly right now, I'm still running out of time. I'm down to like 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Alright, got myself another blessing. 30% damage to my quills, even though I'm not really using my quills right now. I mean, it gets to a certain point where I do use quills, but it's not really too often. It's mostly spins and passage, along with bell and my canudos. Just combinations. This is what works for me. Alright, that should be the last worm. Still got 4 minutes and 30 seconds. 31 seconds. Cursed tin ring or lethal metallic band. Getting that. Alright, back here on the 21st floor, and I am planning on beating Nina's monster this time. Not lucky last time.
Suas provocações não me afetam mais, doutorzinho de Araque.
I'm swearing, as far as bosses go, this guy really isn't too bad. As long as you avoid that giant blast right there, which I didn't. I mean, you could do the passage. Forgot to do that. It's doing alright though. Blasting with Quill, staying back a little bit. Now, the thing to remember with those blasts is that it's always done in the center. As long as you're not in the center, then you can't successfully avoid that giant blast. These AoE circles, I'm just maneuvering around them. Who's walking like that? I find that it's a perfect time to actually hit it with the double swords. Alright, did another blast. I'll capitalize on it. Drop a couple bells, hit it with a few spins, activate my Canudos. Do another blast. It always does that too. It builds up, it makes a sound, it stands backward, winds up. It's not like it's hard to actually read. More of these AoE circles, I'm just sticking close to this thing. Can't really go anywhere anyways. I'm not really caring about the life being lost, I'll just spin forward back.
A morte de homem como eu, homem importante, cientista, pesquisador, trará consequências terríveis.
Aguente firme, bom conselheiro. Sua alma logo estará liberta.
Yeah, it's almost time for Dr. Nina to go down. Hold on. Just had to avoid the claw strike. Dodge to the side. You can almost stick in the corner right here for the entirety of the fight, especially when you get to this part. This Nina's monsters go back you up here anyways. It's not like it's meant to go anywhere else. Standing between all those AoE circles, blasting with the spinning in. It's down 50% of his life. Just need to keep this going. Another one of those big blasts. I'm trying to get it with my passage. It's just not in a good place for me to do it yet. Here will be the time. Give it a spin. At least. Just activate the pass right there. Not sure if it's having an effect, but then there's the poison AoE that would be near. Claw strike again. I avoid the first shot with passage, and then second attack, I just move around. Most of the time, I don't really get hit too hard. It's getting pretty close right now. Only 35% of the life bar is left. This is my second try, by the way. I'm not even making it up or nothing. More of those AoE circles. If you stay in the corner like that, you don't really have to worry about that bite attack. Except for the claws. That hurt. I need to get this thing done a little bit faster. Or else this thing's gonna take me out. Look at all the claw strikes. It's just doing hella damage. I'm down to like 1 elixir now. Dropping hella bells on it. It's dying, right? It's gotta be dying. There it is. Took it out. Even got corrupted tool too. Blessing of legacy. Still getting blessings. I guess I'll pick that one.
Conselheiro, me perdoa. Mestre, amigo. Não tinha outro jeito.
Podes até me matar. Minhas ideias seguirão vivas. Já tu?
Tua morte será tão sem valor quanto tuas ideias, doutor. Conselheiro?
Meu bom Pajeú, que saudades eu estava de você. Contaste a verdadeira história de Canudos. Vê, a vingança não era o caminho, mas a paz tampouco. Liberaste a minha alma e de todos os canudenses, mas nossa luta não findou.
O que quer dizer, conselheiro?
Tu viste o inferno do futuro, não?
Sim, nosso povo segue sofrendo na mesma peleja.
O coração de nossa luta baterá em cada pessoa buscando por justiça, em qualquer lugar.
Hei de usar a força do meu relógio para continuar contando nossa história quantas vezes for preciso.
Canudos vive. Nós somos o legado de Canudos.
Nossa luta continua.
That does open up a lot of possibilities for the game, especially for future Hells. They could continue on with that and add stuff like the streets or maybe even the jungle. Either way, this is going to be the end game. It's telling me about Abyss and Oblivion, which I'm probably going to be exploring sooner or later. As of now, this is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you found it helpful. I tried my best to include everything that was important. If you did, you can help out the channel by leaving that like, subscribe, and even slapping that notification bell if you want to know when the newest videos are coming out. Want to thank you and everyone that subscribed to the channel. Until next time, hope you all have a good one. Peace out.